Okay, hi, happy Friday. It is December 5th. So I figured, there's my messy closet, and everything else that's a mess in my life. I figured I would do like a little catch up because I didn't do Vlogmas day third or fourth, but it's because I was death sewing. And by death sewing, I mean I was trying to sew this project to get it ready to go to my little getaway this weekend, and that just didn't happen. Um, because I ran into some glitches. So the glitches were that the fabric I chose is like a rayon, but it's like a pebbly rayon and it's kind of see-through because it's baby pink. And then the lining I thought was polka dots on one side and then white on the other side, but it's polka dots, black with white polka dots on both sides. And you can see through the fabric. So I had to quickly come up with a way to line or underline this fabric, the pink fabric, to make it not so see-through, so that it didn't show the polka dots through because I didn't want that. But both of them are drapey fabrics, so I didn't want to take away the drape either. Um, I And I also did not have time or money to go and find fabric in a store because now there's no Joann fabrics and Hobby Lobby doesn't carry fabric like that. Michael's definitely doesn't carry fabric like that. So it's just getting harder and harder to have somewhere to just run out to and find something. So I went through my linen closet and found an old pink sheet and I used that. There are problems with sheets when it comes to like, what kind of fabric is this and whatnot. But I figured since it's a robe and it's winter, I don't care if it's gonna be a little thicker, a little bit more warming. It worked out, but it took the sewing process so much longer. I had to cut the back piece several times, so there is no more sheet left. I was lucky I had enough just to do that, because the fabric, since it's so drapey and some of it was cut on the bias, it stretched out and I needed it to match perfectly in order to underline it. It was just a whole mess. There was obviously days like today, right now, I am still getting ready for the day that we're gonna have. And yeah, I had no makeup on. I was just a mess. My toddler broke several dishes. It was just like the last 2 days. Like I told you guys, it's not scripted and it's not organized and it's just going to be crazy me talking. But I did get the pants done in one day, which is why I thought I would get the robe done in one day, and that just didn't happen. So, um, I I did bag the lining and I top stitched it yesterday. I still have to hem the sleeves and cuff. That therein lies another problem because one of the sleeves stretched because it was on the bias too, and it kind of like turned, and I can't explain how it turned, but I'm gonna have to like hand hem it into the cuff. It is not ideal. So obviously I got so frustrated with that project, I put it away. I put it out of my sight and out of my mind, and I just started crocheting another project to keep my mind busy. And that's where we're at. I'm packing to go on a little getaway for my toddler's birthday. So it's not like I'm going to be vlogging the whole weekend. I might do like a end of the weekend vlog. Might work out a little bit better. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then I am going to probably cast on a pair of socks because I need to keep my hands busy. That's just how I am. So, and especially on trips, I'd love to take stuff. And I'm pretty much done with my crochet project that I started. So that's exciting. I like that. Crochet I'm super fast at. Knit takes a long time, but it's good at de-stressing. So real quick, I will show you guys my sewing project. Okay, so we are in my dining room. It's a mess. I'm actually trying to think. I don't know how to turn my camera on this yet, but I will hold it up. Here it is, and it's so pretty, and it does still have drape. It just looks a little full. Let me see if you can get like the color pink in it. It does look good. It looks good. It looks a little bit fuller than what I wanted it to. I did end up making the headband that she wears too. So that was exciting. I gotta hide this stuff and this is the pattern I used for the robe. It's not exact, I know, but it is super cute. So I decided to go with that to make my life easier. And then here is the pants that came together in a day. Super easy. I don't have the pattern for that out because I think I already put it away, but it was a really old pattern from the early 2000s and it worked out perfectly. Oh no, everything's collecting dust. I'm gonna have to go and put this stuff in my room while we're out because my dogs, I am gonna have someone stay in my house with my dogs. So I don't want my dogs to mess it up because they love to mess up all my sewing stuff. But that is how far I've come on that project. And then I have my cobbler project cut out. I will for sure finish that easy peasy because I've done it before. So it's just this project I'm really, really trying to finish because it's the Brainy Baxter outfit. If you guys watch The Lemon Drop Kid, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies, I definitely suggest that. And look at Halloween is still on my, it's still on my dining room because I did not decorate my dining room this year because my dogs have taken over my dining room. And so is my sewing. I'm not gonna lie. But that is my catch up for the 3rd, the 4th, and today is the 5th. I'm gonna post this. I did finish 2 things. I mean, not finished, but I finished the pants and I'm almost finished with the robe. So that is something, and I'm almost finished with the crochet project, which I can't wait to post. I can't wait to post it because it is actually very cute and it's a 1940s inspired pattern. I'm not working off of a pattern. I'm actually just freehanding it, but I saw a 1940s crochet pattern and that's what I'm doing it off of. I very rarely use crochet patterns, by the way. I can sew and crochet basically just off of sight. So that's pretty fun. I could figure out the pattern just off of sight. And I usually like that. It challenges my brain. But that is where I'm at. So that's our Vlogmas catch up. And I keep saying catch up, makes me think of actual ketchup. But we are caught up and I am going to finish getting ready for my weekend and I will see you in the next video.